Did you know that there's one simple rule for making friends? Just one. And that is to make the other person feel seen and heard. Basically, if you can make a person feel they're significant to you, you would have made a friend. It's that simple. But making another person actually feel seen and heard can be surprisingly difficult. Hi, my name is Mayani, and I'm a mom, medical doctor, and entrepreneur who's been learning and practicing self-development for almost 2 decades. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple but effective framework for making sure that every single person you ever meet from today will feel significant in your presence, making way for deep, lasting relationships. I call it the Respect Framework. I've also created a quick cheat sheet of what I talk about here, and the link to download it is in the description below. So make sure to get that after watching this video. R stands for receptiveness, opening your world. Being receptive means opening your world to the possibility of anything. In a relationship, it means interacting with your friend, family member, or partner without any expectations or judgment. Really listen and get curious about what the other person is trying to convey to you. In doing so, you create a safe, judgment-free space for your relationship to grow and deepen. A study was carried out where 115 participants interacted with trained personnel who communicated with these participants with one of 3 responses: active listening, giving advice, or providing simple acknowledgements. The participants who received active listening responses felt more understood than those who received advice or were just given simple acknowledgements. Think of yourself as an empty cup, willing to fill yourself with the thoughts, words, and emotions of others, rather than already being full of well-intentioned but unhelpful advice. By doing so, you really get to know the other person, their hopes and dreams, thoughts and fears, and in return, they feel accepted and listened to. E stands for empathy, walking in their shoes. In 1992, a team of Italian scientists made an extraordinary discovery while studying macaque brains. They found that neurons that usually get fired when a macaque monkey is doing a specific action were also getting fired when the monkey watched a human doing the same action. These neurons were named mirror neurons, and they help to explain why humans are able to feel what others feel. This is the biological basis of empathy. When we see someone smile, wince, or cry, our mirror neurons create a similar pattern in our own brain, allowing us to share in their experience. Basically, you're showing the other person that you understand and feel the way they feel, creating a strong emotional bond between the two of you. However, empathy, just like any other emotion, doesn't necessarily come naturally to us every time. Like any other habit though, we can strengthen it with the following steps. Paying full attention to others by putting away distractions and making eye contact so your brain can pick up subtle emotional cues. Practicing active listening and repeating back in your own words what someone says to show understanding. Tuning into not just words but also body language and tone to mirror their emotional state. Imagining yourself in their situation to deepen perspective. And finally, responding with compassion and offering validation rather than just a quick fix solution. By consciously engaging these habits, we strengthen the natural empathy circuits in our brain, making relationships more genuine and emotionally connected. S stands for support, actionable care. Providing support to others is most effective when it's targeted, practical, and reinforced through consistent daily habits rather than vague offers of help. This means paying attention to what someone truly needs, whether that's a listening ear, practical advice, or small reliable actions that ease their daily load. Equally important is mindful support. the ability to sense when to step in with encouragement or assistance and when to respectfully give space, allowing the other person autonomy. Supporting someone isn't just offering to help or even just helping them. Rather, it involves taking the other person's needs and wants into consideration and providing mindful, empathetic care where and when necessary. P stands for presence, giving of yourself. The most precious thing you can give a person is not money or even love. It's time, because time is the only thing you can never get back. Every second passed is gone forever. So by choosing to give someone your time, you are giving that person a wonderful gift. But in this day of digital noise, even the time we spend with loved ones is quite frequently peppered with moments of distraction. I know I'm guilty of it. I'm supposed to be spending time with my son, and instead I find myself sneaking peeks at a friend's Facebook post. But in doing this, I'm doing injustice to not only my son, but also myself. Because I'm wasting my time not paying full attention to him, and also not paying full attention to the Facebook post. To give my full attention, I should focus on just one thing and give it undivided attention. So the next time you're trying to build a deep connection with someone, put your device away and knock off the TV and the tablet. Both you and the other person deserve your full attention. C stands for communication, information exchange. Communication is not just talking. In fact, around 55% of communication is thought to be nonverbal. This means that over half of what we convey to someone else comes from our body language, like facial expression, posture, and gestures. So, if we're not actively listening to the other person as they talk, or we're not truly being empathetic and are kind of silently judging them, it comes through and it's obvious to the other person. To create deep and meaningful relationships, respectful, kind, and honest communication is vital. Be totally present and grow empathy in yourself as you listen to the other person speak. Pay attention and respond with care. With effective communication, your relationship will grow deeper, more resilient, and more fulfilling. And finally, T stands for trust, the cornerstones. Without trust, nothing would work in this world. We trust the competency of the people who built our homes, drive our public transport, teach us in school, and write out our prescriptions. Obviously, trust is kind of a blanket term for a quality that has many levels or intensities. The trust you have in your parents or best friend would be very different to the trust you have in a lab partner you met at the start of school. Deep trust is obviously essential for a solid relationship, and building it takes time and effort through the application of the other mentioned actions like being receptive, active listening, being present, and giving support. A true friendship is created when everyone in that friendship feels like they matter to everyone else in that group. The respect framework is a guide to doing just that. Want to recap? R stands for receptiveness, E stands for empathy, S is for support, and P is for presence. C stands for communication, and T stands for trust. Don't forget to click the link below for the quick cheat sheet of this video. And remember, you alone have the power to do great things with your life. You are your own superhero.